Can you speak something? You know? You should come. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched him?
Nityananda was speaking about his pastimes and really told me to try to continue speaking on the subject. So none of the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could actually discover where Nityananda Prabhu was staying. So
where he was hiding?
He was hiding in the house of Nityananda Trayodasi.
Where?
In the I heard two things.
Near Ganges. In a beautiful garden. And that garden was Isha Udyan. And it belongs to Nandana Acharya. And why he was hiding himself there?
Nityananda Prabhu, when he heard the voice, he came to Navadvip. He said, your Kanai has now taken birth in Navadvip. So Sri Nityananda Prabhu knew that my Kanai is all-knowing, and I am the servant. And there's no need for me to show myself or to reveal where I am. For if I just take refuge and hide in Navadvip, he'll surely know where I am. And this will be proof that he's my Kanai and he'll know. So,
and if he not comes, then?
If Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't come, then
I will know that he is not my Kanai. You should tell like this. He thought that if my Kanai is there, in any case, I should hide here and wait for him. And if he comes and touch me, then I will know that he is my Kanai. And if he doesn't come, then I will reject him. So he was waiting there. Wow.
So he was explaining, Nityananda was staying and hiding himself in the garden of Nandana Acharya called Isha. And all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went back and said, we've had no luck. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left that place immediately, left Srivastanga and went immediately to Nandana Acharya's house, and because he knew exactly where Nityananda Prabhu was hiding himself. So it's explained that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered into the courtyard of Nandana Acharya and went through into the garden, that was when Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had eye-to-eye contact with one another. They, after so long of being apart from one another, one being born in Ekachakra, the other one being born in Navadvip, and having so many different pastimes without each other's sangha, with association, so they were able to see each other for that first time, that first meeting. And as Sriman Trayodasi was talking about this talking earlier today, when they saw one another, they became wrapped into the other, seeing the other person. And one was saying, "O Kanai, O Kanai." That's what Sri Nityananda was saying, "O Kanai, O Kanai." And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was singing Nitai and saying, "Oh, my big brother, Bhai." So they immediately started crying. They ran towards one another and they embraced. And so many ecstatic symptoms came from their bodies because of the love the overwhelming love that they felt for one another. And they both fell on the ground in trance. And at that time, all of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates, many of his associates were there, and no one could revive them. So Gadadhar Prabhu hid himself in the background and saved one sloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam that describes when Sri Krishna was leading the cows out to graze to graze the cows outside.
What sloka was that?
I can't remember who it is.
You should tell that sloka.
I assume it was for Bob, you know, Bob.
But
So, no.
go on.
So, upon hearing this slope, that's the slope that actually revived Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, and it was manifest from Gadadhar Prabhu, because Gadadhar Prabhu knows the most intimate, is so intimate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and understands Srimati Radhika, is familiar with all of the different relationships that Krishna has in Braj, and knowing the feelings, the mutual feelings that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu have felt, and then what caused them to fall unconscious. So Gadadhar Prabhu was one of the only ones present who actually knew the remedy to bring them back to consciousness. So then they regained consciousness, and they went back to Srila Sangha, and Nityananda was able to then participate in the pastimes of the Sankirtan pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Sangha, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Nityananda Prabhu to preach widely the message of Sri Krishna, of chanting Krishna's name.
Anything more within this?
Within the Navadvip pastimes?
Yes.
Jagamala.
This will come. Yes. Anyone can tell anything? You remember? Yes. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Nityananda Prabhu met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at that time what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing? You don't remember?
He came directly to the house of...
No. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he was doing? He was reading, studying, or doing anything. He was married or not married, or what he was doing?
What was it?
In what situation Nityananda Prabhu came? You don't know. Oh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when defeated Keshava, and after that he went to Gaya, and he was initiated by Ishwar Puripal, and he changed totally. He was totally changed. And then he was going to Vrindavan, but anyhow he returned. But that Nimai never returned. He was totally changed. Now he was Bhakta Nimai. And he told his student, Sanskrit student, I cannot teach you. When I remember any word, any verb, anything, I remember only Krishna. And waiting. So now he cannot. He cannot teach. So you can go to any guru, teacher. Settle that we cannot go to it. What he will do, you will follow. Then he began his Sankirtan movement with all the boys. And after that, he was chanting, remembering, and preaching Krishna name. Before that, he was married. Vishwarupa Prabhu has left. And he was now in the house of Srinivasacharya, whole night kirtan. At that time, Nityananda Prabhu reached in Navadvip, and he met with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After meeting in Nandanacharya Bhavan, what happened? Gone. You should hear very attentively.
So
They met, and after what became?
So after their meeting and after their being fallen unconscious and they had been revived after this. So then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he invited Nityananda Prabhu, please come with me and we'll go to the house of Srivas Thakur, the Srivas Thakur.
Yes.
So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took Nityananda Prabhu to the house of Srivas Thakur, which is known as Srivas Thakur. And there, Nityananda Prabhu was introduced to the wife of Srivas Thakur, Malini Devi.
What name? Malini.
Malini. So even though Nityananda Prabhu, he was fully grown, not almost not, maybe 30 years old.
Not 30. 20. Oh, more, less than 24. 24. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at that time, maybe or 22, like this. And he should be 24, 25.
So this time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not 22, and Nityananda Prabhu somewhat older, 24, 25. So he was fully grown. But still, because he was absorbed in the mood of Baladev, sometimes he would be quite naked, and he would sit in the lap of Malini Devi, and he would drink her breast milk. And she was also very, very old. She was way past the age where it is possible that any milk would come from her breast. But because of her Vatsali Bhav, who was Nityananda Prabhu, then milk would flow from her breast, and Nityananda Prabhu would drink this. So,
Once?
when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu...
No.
One crow came.
Oh yes. So once Malini, she had one silver bell. That it was a puja paraphernalia, and a crow flew down and
She kept some
ghee,
ghee there.
and she would keep ghee in this silver bell. So one time, a crow flew down and grabbed the bell and flew away, and she was lamenting, "Oh, my bell is gone." And then Nityananda Prabhu came, "Why are you lamenting? What is the problem?" So she said, "One crow came and flew away with my bell." And Nityananda Prabhu said, "Oh, this is not a problem. Hey crow, come back!" So then he called out like this, and the crow who was flying away, he turned around and he came back and left the bell there and then flew away again.
Nityananda Prabhu. And after that?
Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was with Shasimata and Vishnu Priya in his home, and Nityananda Prabhu, he came into the house and he was fully absorbed in the ecstasy of Baladev as a very small cowherd boy. So he walked in with no clothes on except for a dhoti which was wrapped around his head.
Quite naked. And dhoti was here, like pagadi. And then?
So then he was somewhat angry, and he was saying, "Oh Kanai, I've been waiting for you for such a long time. I'm out there trying to take care of the cows, but there are so many I cannot control them on my own. So you should come quickly." So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he quickly took his chadar and covered the waist of Nityananda Prabhu and pacified him.
Well, always he was obsessed in Baladev Prabhu, like a child.
So when some of the significant pastimes from the pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, then Nityananda Prabhu,
Before this, Jagai Madhai and all other things. So many pastimes, or sometimes Navin Prabhu should tell some. Jagai Madhai. Very good.
Today we can do play for you now.
You can play today?
No, it's just I'll only 2 hours.
Om Ajnanasthasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Yathishtam Vibhata Guru Hari Hari Dhyanamanisam Tato Vasansaram Tudikarunadaya Mahi Lage Idam Vauspatiratanja Pratigriham Bhajanityanandam Bhajana Sadukandam Niravadhi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. After that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement was going on. Mahaprabhu ordered Nityananda Prabhu and Hridaya Thakur to preach Krishna name everywhere, and told you go every door to door and ask some alms. What alms? Bhaja Krishna, Kaha Krishna, Kara Krishna Shiksha. Prabhu Ragdaya Bhai Magiyai Diksha. That means, according to order of my master Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am begging only one alms. What is that? You can worship Krishna, you can utter Krishna, and you can learn about Krishna. I want this only, not more than other than this. I want that you should give me one thing. First, you should speak, utter one time Krishna. Those who have some favorable and some honor purpose, they used to utter Krishna. And some become angry, some this way, that way. They don't want to give this all. So Nityananda Prabhu everywhere, door to door, give me this way. That you should call Krishna, you should chant Krishna, you should worship Krishna. So somehow or other, by Sri Nityananda Prabhu, other than Krishna name, Mahaprabhu told, after sunset, Divabhasane Asi Amare Kahiva. That means after sunset, you will inform me what is the result. If anyone other Krishna name, I shall cut his name with my Sudarshan Chakra. So, in this way, Sankirtan movement was going on. So, there was a ruler in Bengal whose name was Chankaji. He was Mohammedan, he could not tolerate Harinam Sankirtan. He sent some his associates to stop that Sankirtan movement. They came and they had long beards. They want to stop that Sankirtan movement by majestic power of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. They get burned of their beard. When they came back to Chankaji asked, what happened? Krishna, Krishna.
It was done before Nityananda Prabhu's meeting. It has been done. No.
Chankaji first Nityananda Prabhu?
No. No. So with Haridas they went to Jagaiya.
So once Nityananda Prabhu went to Jagai Madhai. That Jagai Madhai was a twins brother in Brahmin family. They were drunkards and they were so scoundrels. So Nityananda warned them, "Oh my dear brother, please utter Krishna name." Hearing this, they become furious. "Who are you?" They ran after Nityananda Prabhu and Hridaya Thakur. Somehow or other, they escaped. Nityananda Prabhu was very slim and Hridaya Thakur was little healthy. So somehow
Fat, somewhat fat. Not healthy.
Somewhat fast, so Nityananda Prabhu ran so fast. And Hridaya Thakur could not run so fast like Nityananda Prabhu. So somehow they escaped and Hridaya Thakur told Bhaktivinoda Prabhu, "Oh, today by mercy of Narayan we save our life. Nityananda is Abadut. He does not know who is qualified or not. Today he took me to one drunkard, two drunkards. they are so much of drunk, and their theories, pitva vaipitva jabat patanti bhutale punaruttha vaipitva punarjanma vidyate. Who is drunk of that theory? Drink and more drink. Up to date you not will become full fan. When you come in sense again drink. If you do so, then you will have to not take bath anymore in this planet.
Why? Because they will die and they will not come. They will go to hell.
So, Advaita Guru told, how I know? I knew very well that tomorrow the four drunkards will dance, make together. These two drunkards, Nimai and Nitai, and the two drunkards and Jogai and Madhai. They will dance together and drink lot of drink. So then Advaita Thakur began to smile.
He told that if he wants to be good and happy, don't be with Nityananda. Otherwise he will make always problems and problems. So don't be with me, associate. Come with me. Then Haridas began to laugh and told, you are kidding me. I know that if Nityananda Prabhu is himself God, so if he has desire anything, that desire must be fulfilled. So if he has desired that the drunkard should take Harinam, oh, they are taken, I know. Only some
formalities
there. Wow.
So, next day, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur went there again, and they asked Jagai Madhai to utter Krishna name, chant Krishna name. Then Jagai Madhai hit Nityananda Prabhu's forehead, and blood was coming. So someone informed Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu came and asked, Chakra. Nityananda Prabhu told him, Prabhu, in this lifetime, you promise that you will not kill anyone. You have to change their heart, so don't kill him. Then Mahaprabhu...
No. He told that this Jagai has warned Madhai not to
beat
Nityananda. This Avadhut, he protected me. Then Mahaprabhu became so happy and he embraced and he began to cry, Krishna, Krishna.
So, hearing from Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu embraced Jagai, and Jagai became ecstatic of love of Krishna and chant Hare Krishna and began to weep. Sattvic bhav came in his body. Seeing this, Madhai is telling, oh Prabhu, we are twins brothers, we took birth in same time, we did everything in the same time, but you give him Krishna, you gave him Krishna prema, will not give me? Mahaprabhu, no. You offend my Nityananda, so you have to go to him. If he excuse you, then I shall give you. Then hearing this, Nityananda told, oh Mahaprabhu, I excuse him. Can he embrace Madhai? Then Mahaprabhu also gave him Krishna prema. Then Jagai and Madhai now became liberated. They are no more drunkards. They are not cheating anyone, not killing anyone. Then Mahaprabhu asked them, Jagai Madhai tura na korish baap. Jagai Madhai bole aar na re baap. Mahaprabhu asked them, don't do any sinful activity. They promised, oh, we should not do in our whole life in future. So Mahaprabhu ordered them that he will clean the bathing place of Ganges and devotee will come and touch their feet and groom the area. So according to the order of Mahaprabhu, they became devotee. Now for Navadvipvasi there is no fear from Jagai and Madhai anymore. They became so favorable and they became devotee. After that Mahaprabhu took sannyas.
What is teaching in this?
So the teaching is this: if you want to
third Krishna, then you have to depend on mercy of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. If you want to mercy of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu's mercy depend on Nityananda Prabhu. Without mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, none can get mercy of Mahaprabhu. Without mercy of Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu, none can attain Krishna Prem. Because our Acharya is uttering one slok, Aradhitam Navavanam Brajakananante.
Teaching is this, that if anyone becomes devotee and takes initiation, take a promise, take a vow, that what offenses have I done? From now today I will not do any offense. You will have to promise. Never doing activities, bad activities. Like Jagai Bole, Aar Nare Baap. He promised that what I have done, and you have warned me, excused me for that. And from now, I am taking this vow that I will not do any offense or any bad thing. I will not take wine, smoke or smoking, killing anyone, or beating anyone, abusing anyone, especially to devotees. And they were changed totally. So if you want to be a devotee, like Jadai and Madhai, you should try to follow him. What you have done in past, bad things, from today, when you become devotee, initiate, don't do anything against Vaishnava theory, Vaishnava teaching. You should try to follow totally, like Jadai Madhai. They began to wash that bathing heart of Ganga and always serving to all devotees. And now all used to come to see Jadai Madhai, how they have become devotees. So we should try to be ideal like them. Can you tell what was the role of Nityananda Prabhu in taking sannyas of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? You should come.
So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had decided to take sannyas, only 3 people were aware that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to leave in that evening and cross over the Ganga and take sannyas from Keshav Bharati. So one of those people was Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Haridas Thakur was the other, and Chandrasekhar was the third.
Chandrasekhar was there.
Chandrasekhar.
And?
Chandrasekhar Acharya, Mukunda, Nityananda Prabhu.
Mukunda, Nityananda Prabhu.
Gadadhar and
Gadadhar, Valliji.
So these 5 personalities were there.
Who were there?
Chandrasekhar, Mukunda, Gadadhar Pandit, Nityananda.
Gone.
So these 4 personalities were there with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was ready to go across. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that evening, just before he left, he was so affectionate with Vishnupriya. He was gave her flower garlands and was joking with her and was very much more affectionate with her than he had ever been before in his relationship there. And then by the potency of Yogamaya, described how her eyelids became heavier than stones. she became very tired and went into a very deep sleep. And the household was completely in slumber. And in the middle of the night, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he got up to leave. But at the gate of the courtyard, Sakyamata was sitting there. She was awake. And there was a very emotional exchange between Sakyamata and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu...
Oh, you should go on. Or you should tell the role of Nityananda Prabhu, not of Vishnu Priya or anyone, and Sakimaya. What was role?
The only part of the role I understand about Nityananda Prabhu is he was with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he went to...
So he also jumped in Ganges with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
I don't know.
Oh, then how he went?
I don't know.
He wants to bring back...
Huh?
Bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Who is this speaking? Who is this? Where he is? Oh, you should come. Be prepared, always. When I will ask anything, you should come. Oh, so you should read it very thoroughly and hear it thoroughly. I know that when we are discussing all this, there are some persons who have no taste, they are going here, there, outside here. So when I will ask them, they cannot say any siddhant. And they can do only message, oh here, there, but not. I want that they should learn all these things. Without learning all, knowing, a person cannot be so strong in bhajan. They can give up bhajan after 2 days if any problems come. But if knowing Siddhant, like Haridas Thakur and Prahlad Maharaj, they will never give up. So I want that you should all know all these Siddhants, not like only distributing books and doing all this. So I want that you should all be that. Wow.
From what I can remember, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had left to take sannyas, crossing the Ganga at Nirdoy Ghat and going to Katwa. And afterwards, when the devotees realized that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had left, and Nityananda Prabhu decided that he should go with some other devotees and bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to Navadvip. And so then with Chandrasekhar and Gadadhar and Jagadananda and Mukunda, then they went searching for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they came to the ashram of Keshav Bharati in Katwa, where they saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was preparing to take sannyas. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw them, he was very pleased, thinking that, oh, they have come to watch me take sannyas. And actually they were thinking, no, they wanted to get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and bring him back to Satyamata and Vishnupriya, because in Navadvip Vasi, they're very happy to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Mother Satya and with Vishnupriya doing Sankirtan, pastimes, and this is their life and soul. So when he leaves Navadvip, it is like Krishna leaving Vrindavan to go to Mathura, and all of the residents of Navadvip are very heartbroken by this. They can't tolerate, and they're thinking, how can we live without our beautiful Lord Gauranga, a
Advaitacharya was thinking, I will take my life in the Ganga. Everyone was so distressed. But then upon seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Katwa, then immediately because they're very happy to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they felt that perhaps it was not a good idea to just grab him and kidnap him and take him back, that perhaps they should just stay with him. But after some time, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the pastime of taking sannyas and receiving sannyas from Kesha Bharati, and he left Katwa with the idea to go to Braja. He was searching for Krishna. Then at that time, Nityananda Prabhu tricked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu into going to Shantipur, to the house of Advaitacharya. And he also, according to Chaitanya Bhagavat, Nityananda Prabhu went ahead of Mahaprabhu to inform the devotees in Navadvip that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could be with them again in Shantipur, and that they could come and see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there and be with him just as before. So the devotees were in a state where they were going to practically die from separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the divine voice from the sky had also come telling them that they could be with Mahaprabhu again, and then Nityananda Prabhu came, actually Chandrasekhar Prabhu was also sent, trying to console the devotees. And then hearing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was coming back to Katwa, then the devotees quickly had a festival to celebrate, and then they went also taking Mother Sachi to Katwa to again to Shantipur.
How Mahaprabhu went to Shantipur? What was the role of Nityananda Prabhu there?
Nityananda Prabhu was traveling with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Katwa, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was absorbed in wanting to go to Braja. And he was worried, how far is it to Braja? And Nityananda Prabhu said, oh, we are very close.
No. Nityananda Prabhu quickly went at home, and he told the children and cowherd boy, a mad person will come and he will ask you, oh, what is the way of Vrindavan? I want to go to Vrindavan. Please help us. Then you should tell, oh, you have reached in Vrindavan, very near. Jamuna is flowing here, and we are cowherd boys. Oh, so many cows you are seeing. So you have reached, and you should direct to cut Shantipur Ghat. And he also went to Advaitacharya in Shantipur and told that, oh, I am bringing him. So you should be there on Ghat with some cloth
and goat.
and boat. And he also went to very quickly to Navadvip, Mayapur, and he told, oh Sati Maya, I am quickly bringing Nimai Pandit in sannyas way to Shantipur. You should come to Shantipur. And he also declared everywhere in Navadvip that you can meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. So to everyone he declared, and he quickly returned to that Ghat. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, oh, searching Krishna, where is Krishna, where is Vrindavan, where is the way of Vrindavan? I will go to Vrindavan. Totally absurd, like mad person. He saw that there are some cowherd boys with grazing cows, and he called them, oh, can you tell me the way of Vrindavan? Yes, why not? Oh, you have reached very nearest to Vrindavan, and if you will go by this way, you very soon will see Jamuna, and you go to Mathura and then Vrindavan very soon. Then he took that way, and he went on the Ghat of Shantipur. That is Kalna, not Shantipur. There is one side Kalna, Ambika Kalna, and one side that other side Santipur. So when he went there and he saw, oh really, Jamuna is here, flowing very safely. Cows are here grazing. So I have reached, oh my Krishna, where he was, where he was. When he reached to the bank, he saw that there was a goat and old Sam Advaita Church was there. And he remembered, oh, this is some people on that side and this is Kalna. I have come so many times here. Oh, Nityananda Prabhu has taken me. And then Advaita, he told that, oh, I thought that it is Vrindavan. But Jamuna. But I am thinking this is Ganges and this Santipur and this is Ambika Kalna. What is this matter? Then Advaita Church requested him and told him that this side is Jamuna and that side is
western side Jamuna, eastern side Ganga.
Where he was standing,
yes,
in the side of Kalna there was Jamuna and that side Ganges. So no harm. And in the bank of Jamuna, where Vrindavan is there, so you have reached to Vrindavan, no harm. Now he gave Chaitanya Mahaprabhu door, copying and because he has nothing, he has left everything. So he took bath in Yamuna or Ganges and then he took on the boat and went to some people. And in the meantime, Nityananda Prabhu called all Sachi Maya and all, thousand and lakhs. No deep body who were feeling so much separation, waiting loudly for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They also came. Some came in boat, some came in Bhela on making some banana boat like that. Some jumping in river and swimming there, lakhs and lakhs. Even dogs from they crossed and they went to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw his mother there weeping, he fell flat on the lotus feet of and told, Mother, I have done wrong. At that time I had become mad, so I have taken sannyas. I know that Vishwarup left, my father left, nothing is in house to maintain, so I have done wrong. I want that you should order me and I will get this sannyas order and I will serve whole life you. Then Sati was waiting, I don't want this. I don't want that. You should give up this written-on order. But I want that you should be nearer to me, not going to Vrindavan. You should be in Puri, and sometimes you can come to take bath in Ganges, and sometimes anyone will go to Jagannath Puri and they will take your message, and then I may leave. Otherwise I will join. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told her, yes, I am not going to Vrindavan. I have changed this mode to serve you. I am going to. And sometimes I will give message, sometimes remnant prasadam of Jagannath, sometimes cloth. Then Sachimayi, he stayed for 4 or 5 days there, 10 days, and Sachimayi told that I will make cook. I will cook for you and you will have to take. Then daily she used to cook so various types of preparations and he used to take. And Nityananda Prabhu always with him. And at that Raghunath Das also came. And there are so many. What was the role of Nityananda Prabhu when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu done was in 3 pieces? Can you? Are you? You can? You? Anyone? You? I tell you. Right. You should say here. Can you tell this?
Yes.
What was the role of Nityananda Prabhu in breaking down three pieces?
Jagannath Pandit was carrying the danda for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he went to see.
Now Nityananda Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Nityananda Prabhu, Jagadananda, all were in company of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were all going to in the way very nearer to
The Kapateshwar?
yes.
That Mahaprabhu went to see one temple of Lord Shiva, Kapateshwar, in Orissa. And Jagannath Prabhu had to beg for some alms so that they could cook, have some simple prasad. So he asked Nityananda Prabhu, will you please look after the danda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sannyas danda. So then Jagannath left the danda with Nitai. And Nitai was looking at this danda and he was thinking, why is the Lord of my heart having to carry around this stick? This is simply some useless stick, and my Lord has to carry it on his shoulder all of the time. And he became very angry. Of course, this stick was the expansion of Nityananda Prabhu. And because it is none different from Nityananda Prabhu, only Nityananda Prabhu could break this stick. No one else could have that power. So Nityananda Prabhu got the stick and he slammed it into the ground. So it broke in 3 places. Also indicating that the Ekadanda, because the danda that Mahaprabhu had was a single danda, Ekadanda. And the Vaishnava carried the Tri danda.
Why?
To represent surrendering to Krishna, body, mind and work. And so then, in breaking the danda into 3 places, this shows that one should surrender to Krishna. The sannyas means that one should be serving Krishna, not that one becomes Narayana.
Also this, that we should accept the theory of Brahma, Shakti and Jeev. 3. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and Sarup Shakti is Srimati Radhika and others we are all four. So those who accept this theory, he should take 3 danda. 3 danda, not 1 danda. 1 danda means I am Brahma. So Nityananda Prabhu never wanted that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should be a dandi sannyas. Also, where there is Aradha and Aradhana, what is?
Worshipper,
Worshipper,
worship and worship.
3 things. Bhakta, Bhakti and Bhagavan. 3 things. He should take 3 danda, not 8 danda. Brahmatmi, it is quite wrong. So Nityananda Prabhu. Himself Guru Tattva, he showed all these jivas, conditioned souls, that you should not take 1 dandi sannyas. And that is why not in 4 pieces, not in 2 pieces, not in 5 pieces, only 3 pieces only, that we should serve Krishna with
Body,
mind and soul, and in that sense. So he, and afterwards he can.
So Nityananda Prabhu also was thinking that why should Mahaprabhu, Krishna, son of Nanda Maharaj, why should he take sannyas? Why does he need to carry this danda? Why should he perform tapasya? Conditioned souls need to do tapasya and take sannyas, not Krishna. So then he was sitting, absorbed in meditation upon Krishna, and Jagannath come back from begging alms. And he was seeing there is a danda lying on the ground, broken in 3 places. And he was feeling bad, because if you could imagine if Mahaprabhu gives you something to look after, and then you come back and it's broken like that, then you're in trouble, right? So he was feeling quite worried. And he said, what happened to the danda? Who broke the danda? And Nityananda Prabhu said, he who has taken the danda has himself broken it. So very deep meaning there, because Mahaprabhu in taking sannyasi is saying that he himself has caused this to be broken. At the same time, of course, Nityananda also has accepted the danda from Jagadananda, so he did take the danda and he broke it, and at the same time he's also non-distant from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as explained in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then Jagadananda was very worried, and Mahaprabhu returned from Kapaseshwara, and Jagadananda came and he threw the danda down on the ground in front of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu said, "What happened to my danda?" And he said, "Your Avadut brother, he has broken it, you have to ask him." And so Mahaprabhu said to Nityananda, "Is it true? You broke my danda?" And he said, "Certainly it was my offense." And I read somewhere that he made up a story that somehow he said, actually what it was, he said, you were in ecstasy and you were falling, and I went to catch you, and together we fell on the danda and with our combined weight it broke.
What can I do? I've not done any offense.
So then Mahaprabhu, who was very upset, and he called the devotees together and he said that, look, I've taken sannyas. Why have I taken sannyas? Nityananda Prabhu, he breaks my danda. It was my last possession. All the demigods are residing in this danda, and Nityananda Prabhu goes and breaks it. It was the only thing I had left in the world, and now it's broken. And Damodar Pandit was there, was always wanting the Lord to enjoy opulence in different ways, sense gratification, in the way of nice opulent oils and bedding and different things. Jagadananda was he was also wanting always. Damodar was criticizing the Lord whenever he tried to, as many times he would do things, and Damodar Pandit would correct him, and then Jagadananda was wanting the Lord to enjoy different types of comforts because he was such a vana. And Mukundadas couldn't tolerate seeing the Lord's austerity as a sannyasi, and then Nityananda Prabhu, finally the straw that breaks the camel's back, he breaks the danda, and so Nityananda Prabhu said, either I will travel in front of you or I will travel behind. Sorry, I'm getting stuck again. Mahaprabhu said, I will either go in front of you or behind, and so then Mukundadas said, you should go in front and we can travel behind, and then the Lord went to Jagannath Puri.
You know that King Prataparudra, Emperor Prataparudra, he wanted to meet with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What was the role of Nityananda Prabhu in this? Who can tell? What did Nityananda Prabhu? What?
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying Jagannath Puri at the Kakineshwar Mahan, at that time the king of Orissa was Prataparudra Maharaj. So Prataparudra Maharaj was actually a great devotee, and therefore hearing the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from his one of his gurus, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, then he could understand Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he developed a very great hankering, a great desire to meet with him. So much so that he felt that if I cannot meet with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then my position as a king and my kingdom and everything they are all useless. I will give them up and simply become a beggar, a traveling mendicant. So Prataparudra Maharaj, he expressed these sentiments to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya came before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and put the request of the king to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he was very much against meeting the king. He said, Niskeshanasya bhagavat bhajanam mukasya param param jigamso pavasagarasya sandarsayasya visaya asayositanga ahantana sadisbhaksaya tokrisadhu. Alas, for one who wants to make progress on the path of bhajan and cross over the ocean of material existence, then to see the face of a materialist or to associate with a woman. Alas, this is more dangerous than drinking the most deadly poison. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he refused. I will not meet with the king. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, but he's a very great devotee. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, that just like a snake may have a very valuable jewel upon his head, but still he's very dangerous. So even though he may be a devotee, he is in the position of a king. And I am a sannyasi, so I must not associate with him. If you ask me to meet with him again, then I will leave you all and you will not see me here. So then all the devotees became very much afraid and they didn't know what to say. In the meantime, Ramananda Rai, who met with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in South India on the bank of the Godavari, he, under the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, left his post. He wanted to leave his post to retire and spend his time absorbed in hearing and chanting the Harikatha with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagannath Puri. So Ramananda Rai, he was employed by the government of Prataparudra Maharaj. And he came to Prataparudra Maharaj and requested him, O King, I want to retire from my post to go and be with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when the king heard this, he was so overjoyed. He did not think I am losing a minister, but he only thought of the pleasure of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he granted Ramananda Rai the freedom from his position in the government, and he gave him a lifelong pension. He would give him full salary for the rest of his life. So Ramananda Rai, he left South India and he came to Jagannath Puri. And when he met with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, how did you come out from your government service? He said, simply when I mentioned your name, then the king became overjoyed and so ecstatic, and he granted me a pension, full pension for the rest of my life, and told me that I should go and be with you. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, then his heart began to soften. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Ramananda Rai, oh indeed, the king will attain the mercy of Krishna very soon. Why? Because he has so much love for you. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, Yene Bhakta Jana Pata, Nane Bhakta Jana. That actually, he who is the devotee of Krishna really is not a devotee. But who is the devotee of Krishna, really he is the devotee. Mad Bhakta Pujyavyadika. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted the verse. That the sign of a real devotee is that he does very first-class worship of my pure devotee. Durapajapatapata, Seva Vaikunthavatmasu. Yes. Seva Vaikunthavatmasu. I can't remember the next one. So then, he quoted another verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, that those whose austerity, whose tapasya is very meager, they cannot attain the association of the pure devotees or on the path, going back home, back to Godhead. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave this teaching, that if one wants to really be the servant of the Lord, then you have to become the servant of the servant of the Lord. So at this point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart was already softening, and he wanted to give his mercy. But outwardly, because he was a sannyasi, he should not meet with the king. So then the devotees, they put the request of the king to Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu said, I'll see what I can do. And he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he took the cloth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Bahiva, his upper cloth, and he gave that somehow that it was delivered to Prataparudra Maharaj. So when Prataparudra Maharaj received the cloth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he became very ecstatic, and he began to worship that cloth as if it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So he would even offer puja to the cloth. So the teaching here is that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, His name, form, qualities, and pastimes, the Sri Guru, the Divine Holy Master, and His shoes and all paraphernalia, they are non-different, and they are all worshipable. And by worshipping them, one can, their mercy will appear in our hearts. So then, after that, the Nityananda Prabhu suggested that another way how the king, somehow indirectly, he could meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the arrangement was made that the small son of the king, he was a very small boy, perhaps 5 years old, and his complexion was very dark and blackish. And the king dressed him in Pisamba with peacock feather and mala, exactly like Krishna. And then the boy was sent to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So of course, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the boy, then this stimulated the ecstasy within his heart, and he became overwhelmed with praise. And he embraced the boy. And upon embracing the boy, then the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in his heart, and the boy, all the apostolic bhavas manifested in his body, and he became drowned in the ocean of Krishna praise. And that from that day on, that boy became a very intimate associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when the boy returned to his father, when the Prabhupada Maharaj saw his son, he came and embraced him. And by embracing the boy, then the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that had been given to the boy, it came in the heart of Prabhupada Maharaj, and he also became so ecstatic. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is delivering mercy, not only directly, but through his devotees. Then, after that,
why Nityananda Prabhu always quarreling with Advaita Acharya? Being so much high class of incarnation of Krishna, both Mahaprabhu Baldev, Nityananda Prabhu being Baldev, and he the Vishnu, what is
Maharati.
Sadati. Why they used to quarrel? And how they quarrel?
So, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu, they quarrel each other. They are quarreling not like this material world. They are called this loving quarrel. Nityananda Prabhu, even in this world, with Sadhak in high state, they beyond and above this quarrel. So how is it possible in Vishnu Tattva they quarrel each other?
So it was like Prem Kala.
Quarrel. It is called Prem Kalaha. One, Advaita Prabhu invite Nityananda Prabhu and other devotee for prasad. Nityananda Prabhu told Advaita Prabhu, I was fasting for 2 days, and you gave me supply me so little food, so we have to fast again 3 days also. So if you not feed me my whole stomach, then I shall give you curse. So I don't like that I shall fast 3 days. Then Nityananda Prabhu told, you are innocent, who is your parent? No one knows.
Innocent?
Innocent Abhut.
Innocent when all this? Never. No. Never.
Caste is not wrong. Often.
Often.
Like man, you have no father, mother. You have no caste and creed.
Nobody knows your parents. Nobody knows your caste and creed. So,
no father, mother.
No father and mother.
No sacred
faith.
Nothing.
So from which caste you are, so nobody knows. So you are beyond the varnashram. So I don't like to feed you.
No, I have done wrong.
I have done wrong. So Nityananda would take in one handful of prasad and throw it to other judges, all body and every hair. And what is it called? Oh, you don't know how to respect Mahaprasad. Why you throw all Mahaprasad? It will become contaminated everywhere. You contaminate myself and contaminate everywhere. Nityananda told,
often.
So he said, you are offense. Nityananda told, oh, you don't know the glory of Mahaprasad? You are thinking that you contaminated by Mahaprasad. No, it is not contaminated. You are everywhere. You become pure and all everywhere become pure. Because Mahaprasad is so powerful. And another time,
then what became?
The Mahaprabhu, Nityananda glory of Mahaprasad. What is the glory of Mahaprasad? The Mahaprabhu and Nityananda
both were each other glorifying.
Advaita and Nityananda both are glorifying Mahaprabhu.
How Advaita Acharya was glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. You have no father, mother. You are himself God. Baladev Prabhu, you are Aja. You have no father, mother. And why you should obey Varnashram Dharma? So you are so much worshipable to all whole world. In this way he wanted to glorify Nityananda. And Nityananda Prabhu was glorifying Mahaprasadam. If any fat it is given, it is coming from the mouth of also a dog, that Mahaprasad, or even it is Mahaprasad so called. We should not reject that. We should try to honor Mahaprasad. If it has come from any very far away, it is dry, haven't anything rotten, but we should honor Mahaprasad. We should not think that, it is touched by any Shudra and dog. We should not. No, we should not. So they are glorifying. But general person, those who don't know all these things, they will think that they are quiet. What they can, after one day, getting bath.
Another time, during Car Festival, before Car Festival, one lady is Gundicha Mandir Marjan. That means Lord Jagannath will come in Gundicha Mandir. That means from Nilachal to Sundarachal. Nilachal denotes Dwarakadham and Sundarachal denotes Vrindavan Dham. So Mahaprabhu, taking his associate, was cleaning Gundicha Mandir. After cleaning Gundicha Mandir, they went for taking bath in Indradumna Sarovar. So all associates of Mahaprabhu, they are splashing water at each other. And Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they are splashing each other, and Nityananda Prabhu make him like a snake, Advaita Acharya, and sleep on Advaita Acharya. Slept on Advaita Acharya. That means Nityananda Prabhu showed the whole world that this is Karamurasai, Gauravaksai pastime.
मैं बहुत kind of decided. They're slipping on
Snake.
Both.
So this pastime denotes Karamurasai Lila and Gauravaksai Lila both.
Not clear. You should try to clear it.
Nityananda Prabhu was sleeping on Advaita Acharya Prabhu. Advaita Acharya Prabhu, like snake, and carry Nityananda Prabhu on the water.
Playing that same role. All should I tell? You should tell. Sit down. Then, there are so many pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu. So we should try to learn all these things and think that Nityananda Prabhu himself will do. Without the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, we cannot serve either Gautama and Sacinandan or also Radha and Krishna. So you should remember always these things, that Nitai Charana Satya Tahara Sevaka Nitya. Those who will serve Nityananda Prabhu, they will go to Brajendra in Vrindavan. So without his mercy, anyone cannot serve Nityananda. Gaurachandra, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has told, by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu only,